I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, and I was kidnapped in 41 and brought to United States to Moulton, Alabama. The reason I'm doing this video, I've done so many, and I'm really sick right now. I have an immune disorder. Uh, I'm allergic to chemicals. When I'm around toxic fumes, it triggers my immune system to attack itself. And let me say this, I've paid a price for being the legitimate heir to the British crown. And here I sit, a queen, and I've had every illegal act done to me by this country and by my own relatives. I found out about my kidnapping in 1983 after I'd been in a political campaign and flown out to Larry Flint's of Hustler magazine. He'd been shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, while I was doing a book about mind control murders in Marietta. And of course, they almost killed me. It's been ongoing, and my son's heirs after me, I don't know where they are. I haven't known for a long, long time. I am so sick of finding out the lies. I want to find them out, but I can't believe the lies and the people that became such crooked in the whole mess to take down my father. First of all, one of them, and I don't doubt this at all, is a video, Edward VIII, the plot to topple a king. Well, what a lot of these videos don't put in here is that my father never abdicated to marry Wallis Simpson. He was married to my mom, or he did marry her immediately. It was my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keeffe, a school teacher, sister to artist Georgia O'Keeffe. My mom had a home in what was Beverly Hills, California, and my father, quite frankly, married her. He never married Wallis Simpson. A double did, an imposter. And you know, when I look back, I remember when I started finding out about my kidnapping, I found out I could remember being brought to that farm where they took me and given the name of Peggy Ann Dempsey and the Childers I married later. Both twins, I found out in 83, were killed by their mother, Lina. They were illegitimate. Just like Wallis Simpson, you get into a bunch of stuff that's really can't be a coincidence, okay? But anyway, I remembered the portrait of my father that they set down there, and later it was carried through a little cubby hole out, a little lean-to to the, if you call it a house, anyway, the farm is where they kept the water pails and a stack of quilts and stuff, and right up there was a little crawl space. They got the portrait through there easy enough, and I can remember going up there when I was little right after this happened. I was just 2 years old, climbing up there and to see my dad's portrait. He was holding me. I'd been christened. I was being christened. So he was in all of the, well, I put this up on photos I've had of him. But he was married to my mom. I was born in 39 and kidnapped in 41. There was an addendum, an attachment to his forced abdication. These are all lies. They used, I'm looking at some of the photographs, and they're not like the portrait of my dad holding me. I know who my dad is. One of them's got an eye problem. The other one that you see with Wallis, there's no way he may be related to the Windsor family. I don't know who he is. He's an imposter that married the illegitimate. She's illegitimate in birth. Don't tell me you don't say that now, people that watch this and get their feathers up. Hey, I was called that all my life, and to find out my father's Edward VIII and the crap that's been done to us and to my children. So anyway, Wallis Simpson was illegitimate in birth. She married the double, which a lot of people evidently did not know, because there's a woman on here that is so appalling to me. I mean, what's happened to me and my sons in my country, my mom and dad. It's appalling. And I listened to it, and anyway, Elizabeth, Emily, I think she got Mar, I don't know. She calls herself Windsor Craig, Cragg. I heard about her. Somebody had seen my videos, and they told me about her. And I want to set the record straight, or not that it's been told different, but I did, when I found out what she was saying, she was the daughter of my father, Windsor, and Edward VIII. I thought, no, you're not, dear. But I did Facebook her, and I don't know what happened then. I know that I blocked her. She tried to get to me, and I blocked her. And I blocked her again on Messenger, and by the way, I don't know, she's got a way that I won't even get into that, it's so hideous. But I never meant her any harm whatsoever, but the fact that she keeps saying, she's got videos up that you wouldn't believe in, people interviewing her. If she was born, I've heard just a little bit, and that was the reason I got on the videos this afternoon. I'm so sick anyway. There's a lot of stuff going on, paving has been, and remodeling. It's made me so sick I can't stand it. So I'm sitting here, and I looked, I wanted to go back and review the couple of videos, because Emily in it said that her mother was on a tryst. I thought her words were cute. They threw me talking about my father. But in it, she definitely, over a couple, 3 times in different videos that I looked at, very, not much, I couldn't stand to look at them. Not her. She has a lot of knowledge about things, but the fact she's calling her dad my dad, and it's not. But she gives a different timeline, 1943. She says her mother, I'm going to go ahead and use some of her language, crawled in bed with the Duke of Windsor, that he had been flown in, I think she said flown in, brought in, and her mother was supposed to entertain him. But if I'm not mistaken, in one of the videos, she mentioned it happening in Germany, where her mother was a nurse on an Army air base, and then, well, I know she did. And then the one that I saw the other day, a portion of it said it was here in the States. Anyway, that matters, but it matters in that she's calling, now she's saying Edward VIII, but he's become, that's what people thought, the Duke of Windsor. So evidently she thought that too, and married Wallis Simpson. Not true, it was a double. My dad married my mom, and they thought my mom was a commoner, being a a school teacher, and sister to artist George O'Keeffe. Hey, but all of it's so appalling. But then I go on through some of it, and Emily has gotten all this following and everything. And she got to finish college, and she has a degree in group communications and everything, and I've been kept penniless. And if it's ever shown what's been done to me, I didn't commit a crime. They've been committed against me and my children and my parents and country. It's appalling. It would really take everything down, and that's the reason I'll probably die. Never any of this. I've told it, but the media won't. It's controlled by the Rockefellers that kidnapped me, the Illuminati. So it's odd what Emily has up on some of her videos, but the point is, on the videos, her timeline is that her mother got in bed with the Duke of Windsor. Well, the Duke of Windsor wasn't my father, so there you go. And she was born in 44. There's another problem here. Well, all that's a problem. I don't know whose DNA she has. She got in touch with me through another after I unfriended her or blocked her. She got through another friend on Facebook wanting me to join her in something. We had to suit together, and she wanted my DNA. Well, I know who I am, and I know that the only reason or way I'll get to go home, I can't get an attorney, is if the British are still intact enough, look what's happened to them, that they can take me home. They're the ones that told me. I know who I am. So, I don't know. I guess there's one other thing. I grew up with somebody, he was brought to Moulton. I was put there as a twin. It took the name of a twin, Peggy Ann. I said that Dempsey, and I married Childers. But the twin was Peggy Dempsey and Carl Preston Dempsey, and they were illegitimate off birth. And you get into the name Geneva was I can go on, some of the stuff gets so bizarre. But in about the time that Emily Craig was born, she said her mother was pregnant at 33, and that would make her born in 44. And so Philip, and I'm not going to give a last name, but that is not his mother. He was put there just like me, so I don't know his last name. I've said who I thought it was. But he was put there, and I grew up being told he was my half-brother, and he was told the same thing. Well, I found out later when all this started to hit the fan, he went into the police department and the FBI, and he retired from the ATF. And I always cared very much for him. I really did. I mean, he was my baby brother, you know. And I'll always love him. But he was put there about the same time that this Emily is talking about, 1944. She says she's born. That's about the time Philip was put there. I think he was probably put there in 45. I'm not sure. I'd have to get back with him and get his birthday, but I think he was put there in 45. And he was put there, supposed to be just born. He was a big baby. He must have been 2 months old if it was a day. And he doesn't look like him. And I know now that he's not part of that family, that they did the same thing. He was kidnapped and put down there with me. And I'm going to stop because I listened to this about the Church of England and the Archbishop being in on the takedown of my father. And I want to go home and repay, and look at it, it's in shambles. Repay the British, the citizens I'm talking about, and I'm talking about, you get me, I'm talking about the citizens that died for the UK, for me, the Australians, the Aussies, New Zealand, etc. These are the citizens I'm speaking of. And I won't make any points, but I'm telling you the truth. I have died so many times. And what kept me going was I'd get back to my children, find out about them, because they're heirs. You have no idea what this country did to them. I want to repay people for their good. And only God can repay them for the bad they've done. It's that kind of crime. I want my dad's name that's been so smeared, I want it cleared. He's a beautiful man. And it really gets me to hear this Emily Craig call my father her father. And then they're saying that there's some earlier that my dad had a child with this Wallis Simpson. Wallis Simpson, he had nothing. It's a lie. My God. I don't know how he went through it, and my mom.